Hey, how are you? Ricky, Papa Bee's Honey. Today, I got a couple requests. So today, I'm going to show you what we do when we transfer the nuke box into the full-size hive. So this is a 10-frame one, and it is medium. So it's the shorter frames. And it's the same whether you have a deep box or a medium box. And if you were to come and purchase a nuke from us, when you take it home, you're going to put it in the spot where their forever home, where the full-size box is going to go. And in this case, it's on these blocks here. We've got rows of the hives all on these blocks, and when I built this nuke, I came and stuck it here. This is where this one's going to go. So what we're going to do is pick this nuke up and move it to the side, and then we're going to place the bottom board, the box, some more frames, and then the lid, and then let these bees go. This nuke is not really quite ready to move into the box, but this is at a bee yard that's about 30 minutes from my house. So we're going to go ahead and move it today with diesel. I filled my truck up for $5.79 a gallon, so diesel isn't real cheap these days. We're gonna do this a little bit ahead of time, so you'll see that this one, usually I like to do this when all 5 frames are completely packed out with brood, and this one only has about 4, so it's got one more frame to go. But we're in the middle of saw palmetto bloom, and it's a pretty good time of year. It's been raining a little bit here and there, so hopefully these bees will continue to grow. So let me show you what we're going to do here. We'll just take this the nuke box, and we'll kind of set it to the side right here, and then we're going to take our bottom board. It's a little uneven. There we go. So you want it to be nice and flat and level. I actually bring a level in the truck to make sure these are all level afterwards, and we got little shims, level them up. If they're not level, they will make your comb pretty messy. So what we have here are some drawn frames and some that are just wax foundation. I use the Pureco double wax or triple wax sometimes, but you at least got to go with the double wax if they've got it, and triple wax is even better. And then we put one of these empty frames. This is part of our pest management. The varroa mite prefers to live on a drone cell because the drone cell takes longer to incubate, giving them a longer period to host on that. So we use one of these. If they need drone cells, they will build this into drone cells, and then I just toss it in the trash, and the mites go with it. So let's get started here. We're going to give these guys a little puff of smoke. Now you see how I moved the nuke to the side and immediately put the box in its place. And I do that because all of the bees, as they're returning, are going to go right back to this location. So we want to give them somewhere to land, otherwise they're just going to land all over me. So we'll take these frames out real gently. I always take out one here, and you can see they've drawn the comb out, but it's not full yet. The drawn comb on both sides there. And to disturb them in the least amount, I usually will pick up 2 frames at a time. Some capped brood, and she is backfilling it very nicely. Well, that is full of baby bees in there. You want to place them in exactly the same order in which you removed them from the nuke box. So I'm taking them out and putting them into the full-sized hive in exactly the same direction, the same order. That way I do not disturb the function of the nest. So this again, it's just going to go right in there. Another frame like the other one that looks like the brood has all hatched out, and she's filled it. They've got some pollen around the top. And they haven't really started to build the back side of that one. I don't think that foundation's that good. Let's just take a look at this frame here. Oh, there's the queen. If you don't mind, I'm gonna mark her real quick. So enjoy the video of bees for 2 seconds. Let me go get my marking pen, and we're gonna mark her real quick. I'll be right back. I'm going to show you a little tool I use. This is a one-handed queen catcher, and you can catch them by hand, but I've been working on the bees for a little while today, and the fingers get sticky with propolis, and I've had it before where the queen just gets stuck to my fingers, especially when it's hot outside. So I use this one-handed queen catcher. Let's see, she is just on, oh, there she is. So she's right here. And we take this and you pull the little slide down and open it, and then we'll put this right on top of her. Slowly closing it. Okay, so slowly closing it. I'm just going to put this back in here. This is how we keep from crushing the queen. So we know she's in this little, and I'll bring you a close-up of the tool itself. Oh, did we get her? We did. Okay. So you can see in here there are a couple of worker bees on the outside, and there are a couple on the inside. They've gotten in there, but the queen can't get out. And this button here opens and closes this mechanism. And I'll show that to you after I mark the queen. And then this is a plunger, and you can see it moves up. It's got a little piece of foam on it, and it will sort of hold the queen in place for you. This here is yellow, so we're going to use the yellow marking pen. It's a non-toxic pen, and as she comes up to the top, you can see her, she's facing in the right direction, and we'll just kind of hold her down a little bit and mark her. Once she's marked, you slide the plunger down. Okay, so she's marked, and we'll let that dry off for a minute. If you put her back in before it's dry, it can rub off on the other bees or her wings or something, and you only want to get it right on the thorax. You want to be very careful not to mark any part of her body or get her wings or anything. And a lot of times I just do it by hand, but today it was so warm out, my fingers are starting to turn brown with the propolis. And you can see this piece of grass was just stuck to it. And then once it's dry, we'll put her down and let her crawl back into the hive. There she goes. And then I'll show you the little mechanism here. So it has the plunger. You can see that moves to the top, and then that's the slide. So you place it over the queen, and then you very carefully, that's why it's clear, very carefully slide that closed, because you don't want to crush the queen in there. And then she can't get in. It's like a little queen excluder. And then you mark her. And then we've got these extra bees that were on the lid, and we're just going to shake them off the lid. And then we got some that are left in here. Dump them out in the front if there's any stuck. They will find their way inside the hive. Take our little nuke box with us. So we pressed all the frames to the center. Make sure they're all grouped tightly in the center. The way the bees build the comb nice. We'll put the lid on. And because there's saw palmetto blooming pretty well right now actually, we're going to leave the lid no feed. They're bringing in plenty of nectar and pollen. These bees are working hard. And then the only thing we're going to left to do here is I'm going to place an entrance reducer in the front. And you can see this is fully open in the front of this hive. So we'll put some piece of wood in there just to close the entrance up. But that's all it takes to move the nuke. You take this nuke box, you're going to place it in the original location. When you're ready to move it, nuke box goes to the side. Take all of the frames out, place them in there in exactly the same order, close them up, put the lid on, and done. If you have any questions, you can call us 772-202-0897. papabeeshoney.com. You can follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Make sure that you like and subscribe. Hit that bell so you can find all of our other videos as they come out throughout the season. Thank you for watching. Have a good rest of your day. And a happy Mother's Day to all you moms out there.